Well, well, well. I was missing one piece to the rocket, and you'll never guess where it was. Of all the places, it was just right here. Collected every single rocket piece, and then I was like racking my brain, like, where could the last one be? I was like looking at guides, and I'd see like there's one right here, and I'd be like, well, I already got that one right there because it's a very obvious piece. Apparently, no. Apparently, I missed that the entire time, and it was just right here. But all right. Fly on over and see our prize. I've already kind of had it spoiled what this is, but like I've been told that it's extremely like worthless. So let's see it. Hey, this'll work. Thanks. I got an achievement. There it is.
Excellent.
Oh joy, oh rapture. The rocket is finally complete. There's a little flicky in there. It's a cuckoo clock.
Yeah.
There's the little flicky bird. Ah, it looks just like a clock.
Sorry, no.
Egad, it's because it is a clock. So much for our Flicky Island vacation. Well, at least we got to see one Flicky in the end. Oh, hey, and then I get this. Nice.
This is the ultimate power.
Shadow just cast control beats the snot out of those two. Alright. Are we still recording? Yes, we are.
Okay.
We're here. It's been a second since I last played. An entire year.
I have been hounding you to do this for so long.
It's it might have even been 2 years since I last like did anything on the YouTube channel involving Shadow Generations. But, you know, life happens. This place is cool. So, I was told something that I feel like I can't confirm for myself, but apparently, this music that's playing in the collection room is a remix of Throw It All Away from SA2. And, like, it's so slowed down and lo-fi that, like, I can't hear it.
Yeah.
It does not sound like Throw It All Away to me, but so many people have stated this as fact.
It probably is. I bet you there's like a YouTube video of it. Like, here, let's speed up the tempo or whatever.
And it's like I can't even. Is it like, do they have like the spoken word stuff as well as like the singing parts, or is it like just the singing parts and that's why it's more melodic? But I don't know. Anyway, I've been putting this off for too long.
Yes, let's go.
There it is. You get to.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, so you get a zoom in mode. They inverted the controls because they specifically hate me.
Yes, you specifically. It's because you waited so long.
Yeah. It wasn't like this until they patched it. Okay. Oh, that's read, but it's on the front page, so there's nothing. So
Yeah, there's nothing to read.
How do I flip? Okay, so this is the next page. Alright. Oh, this is like Resident Evil, huh? Or Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh boy.
But what it's not like is the Sonic game, which is really cool that it's in a Sonic game. From Archival Requisitions Department, CMD Abraham Tower, of course, because he was a person here that was important.
He's invested in this.
Your request for tangible evidence of the Ark incident 50 years ago produced very little results. Your predecessor was quite thorough in erasing the cover-up operation. Professor Gerald's personal diary managed to survive. Ironically, we have Dr. Eggman to thank for finding it all. This journal was recovered during the investigation of Dr. Eggman's stronghold following the latest incident with the Ark. Okay, so SA2 time-wise, that makes sense. Eggman was at the Ark, he found this, and then when Gunn.
Yeah, well, this would have been post Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, true, because the... Yeah, because they used the Ark again to... the Eclipse Cannon to shoot the Black Comet or whatever. Okay. But I'm just saying, it makes sense that Eggman found the diary because he was there in SA2. Unfortunately, time and tragedy have not been kind to the journal. What you're holding now is all that remains of the original book. I'm afraid there's no way of recovering the missing pages, nor can I restore the damaged or redacted elements. Its pity is I would have very much liked to have greater insight into Gerald and Maria's lives too. Regards, T. T.
So, this is important because when this game released, T was all we had to go off of for this character.
Okay.
We can now feasibly determine who this is, and I will talk about them probably at the end, but just keep this in mind.
Gotcha.
Basically, this little note, if you actually look at the actual page that's taped in there, is that Abraham Tower, you know, the gun commander, requested that like any information about this be found, and T brought him this and said, this is all that we could find.
Okay. So until further information is provided to me, I will just assume that T is Agent Topaz from Sonic X. And we'll move on.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, so we're starting at entry number 42. So yes, we have missed a ton out of here, but this is the midpoint. Take great pride in my research and discoveries. Few men are labeled genius in their own time. Nothing compares to my pride in my boys, blank and blank. Their names are both redacted. They both graduated summa cum laude, and in record time, no less. They'll have their doctorates in no time. It seems my passions for archaeology and robotics are split between them. I guess that's what makes them chips off the old block. Can't wait to see what boons they bring into the world. So I didn't know about this, that he's got the two sons. And there's like the line that favors archaeology and the other that favors robotics, because he does talk about that in game.
Very important.
I can't believe how much time has passed. It feels like yesterday was celebrating my boys becoming men. Now I'm a grandfather. Her name is unnamed, and she is perfect in every way. She brings a smile to everyone's face, and everyone falls in love with her the moment they lay eyes on her. Nothing else, she is my legacy. Everything I do from this day forward, I do for her.
Yeah, and if you want to look at the pictures too.
Yeah, that's...
Because
okay.
Evan Stanley cooked with the art in this.
Hair and everything. So it's like, my first instinct is to assume that this is Maria. But even that is like, we don't have confirmation of that yet because the names are redacted.
There are a lot of redacted names that it's like, okay, it's pretty obvious who this is. But like, yeah.
Okay. Entry 170. I deciphered, what was the last one? It was 162. Okay, so not like a huge amount of time has passed, but I deciphered the engravings on an ancient ring I found on a previous dig in the jungle and calculated the location of a fabled flying paradise. I went on to verify my findings and was rewarded with the spectacle of an angelic island. Land was vast, lush, and hosted a number of biomes in close proximity to each other. I believe I could see an entire floating city at one point. Most majestic of all was a shrine devoted to what appears to be a massive banana! Super monkey ball type! Could this be the legendary Shmimbalum?
The master banana.
Yeah, the master banana. The surfers are the 7 bananas. I dared not approach or overstay.
It's the idiot of light.
Yeah, the idiot. In the night, dream delights. I want to see Maria shot.
I'm so glad we're doing this
Yeah,
together.
this is gonna be goofy. Dare not approach or overstay my welcome. As much as I wanted to explore every inch of the island, I felt it was a sacred land. Just setting foot on its soil felt taboo. I don't know if any civilization remains. The land is vast, and my stay was brief. The majesty of that emerald and shrine will stay with me the rest of my life. Once again, it hurts how much we have recontextualized Gerald as this, like, extremely kind and good man before the Ark incident. It's like, the fact that he is, like, respectful of culture and being like, I shouldn't stay here. I feel like I'm encroaching on something I shouldn't. I'm just like, man.
This is the thing. This journal made me absolutely fall in love with Gerald Robotnik. Because, like, you really get to tap into the way that he thinks.
Mm-hmm. Because that's, again, a whole lot of, like, their Sonic Team's initiative to, like, focus in on the lore and connect the plots of all the games and stuff. I felt it was kind of cheap, the way they tried to make Gerald a good guy in Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, obviously, to some degree, he would have been. But, like, it just felt very hollow that they're like, oh, we had him wrong from the start. He was this good man. It's like, he tried to blow up the planet, and he got pretty close to succeeding. It's like...
This more elegantly bridges the gap
Yes.
between those two characterizations. And, again, we will read more, and you will understand more.
Yes. I that's the thing. I'm interested to see how much of this I actually don't know, because I feel like from like other pieces of Sonic media and just offhand spoilers that I've received, I think I know most of what's in here, but hopefully there's at least some surprises.
There might be.
Anyway, 185. I'm about to embark on the most ambitious journey of my life. The Earth's first orbital space colony will be the 9th wonder of the world. It'll be the place of science, researching all manner of ways to improve our humblo, seeing as it is a vessel meant to preserve life amid the harshness of space. I've christened it the Ark. Pass on the value of life and peace to the next generation. While most of the megastructure will be hidden within the base planetoid. I may have gone a little self-indulgent with the design, of course.
He's a nerd!
I mean, listen, you don't just grow a mustache like that and not think about it often.
I love how, okay, here's the thing too. I love that he mentions, like, this will be the 9th wonder of the world. I may or may not have snuck my own face into the design.
It's like, it'll sort of be a part of history forever. Can you blame me? Anyway, last paragraph. Only real concern is the source of the funding. While United Federation supports us, most of the financing is coming from bleh. I have no illusions about what they'll want. I'm building the Ark to preserve life, not end it. While I have my concerns, I am a genius, so I'll figure something out when the time comes. Oh.
And here we see a key part of Gerald Robotnik's personality is that, like, he is a genius, and he trusts in his own intelligence a lot. That he's like, I can figure this out.
True. So the thing that's getting me here is this idea that some third party, who is not named yet, was sort of commissioning this Ark project, so to speak. Somebody else was behind the funding for this, like the United Federation, but also like whoever this third party is. And their intention was to build this as a weapon. Okay, so I always was under the acting assumption that the Eclipse cannon was made by Gerald as a way to combat the Black Arms, but they're not even in the picture yet, and they're talking about the Ark being used as a weapon. That's interesting. Oh wait, let me.
I want to go back and look at the look at the gorgeous art.
What's all this? All this stuff too. Like, I would assume the art team, like whoever was behind this, like hand wrote this and like.
Yeah, I believe it was Evan Stanley.
Evan Stanley. So like literally like physically did the media and then scanned it. And they put these scans in the game.
Yes. And for the trailer, actually, like, took a, like, actual notebook that she, like, you know, soaked some of the pages and, like, dried them out, burned some of the edges, it's and aged it to look the way that it does. It's really cool.
That is neat. Physical art is not dead.
Yep.
Yeah, all of this. There's the Eclipse
and then
cannon.
I want you to look at the silhouettes.
Yeah, this was something I'd seen before, but I know that like two of them in this crowd are Dr. Light and Dr. Wily.
I don't know about Dr. Light.
Is it not?
I don't believe it is.
Oh, is it just Dr. Wily? So
I know that obviously the far right silhouette, that's Dr. Wily.
Yeah.
I want to say, and again, I'll have to, I have it saved on my Tumblr, I can find it, but right next to Gerald Robotnik, like right in between him and that woman.
Oh, that one's the, what's his name, from Astro Boy, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what it was, yeah. the science man from that manga anime.
Which is such a fun Easter egg.
That's really good. I have to wonder if any of these other ones are.
No idea.
Because at first I was thinking, like, the second shadow on the right was Dr. Light, but he's also kind of short, and so I'm like, oh, maybe not. And he's also not very wide, so... Yeah, that's probably not him. But that's curious. I know what they're doing. Life and work aboard the Ark.
Oh, I think you skipped it. I think. Oh no! That's right. That's right.
This is it. Yeah. Life and work aboard the Ark has been exciting for good and for ill. It's positive we've acquired one of the legendary Scuba. Is that a Gizoid? For our research.
No.
Oh no, they're said to hold unlimited power, and preliminary tests suggest some effects on space-time, bending reality to one's will. Imagine the possibilities. So it's a Chaos Emerald.
It's a Chaos Emerald.
Blank is doing just that, but in all the wrong ways. Their desire for weapons research is becoming increasingly overt and decreasingly polite. I use my... Okay, I want to object to the use of the word clout in a diary from the 50s. Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's not a word that was in active use around that time period. I could be wrong about that, though, because some slang does, like, cycle back around, but... Direct line to the president. We've always been involving U.S. presidents in our shenanigans here, and that's funny.
Of course.
To ask for him to intervene. He said he would, but then he asked me for something equally obscene. He wants me to discover a means to immortality. I aim to improve life, not pervert it. Everything gives way to entropy. Concept is laughable, as intangible as a shadow. Foreshadowing. I refused him outright. In retrospect, perhaps I could have been more diplomatic about it. Find myself on edge. Political pressures aside, I'm told Maria is sick with no clear diagnosis. I wish I could look into it myself, but I'm needed aboard the Ark. Hopefully this will pass and she'll recover soon. She is too precious to be left to suffer. Entry blank. The all-powerful blank. Blank held the power to bind a soul. Blank destroyed the entire... Oh. That's ominous.
Yeah!
Whoops. I will not get the hang of navigating this menu no matter how hard I try. So yeah, there's Chaos Emerald in the first one. Now, what could this be alluding to? Hold the power to bind the soul. Interesting. I wonder where that's going. Okay. I've uncovered a most interesting specimen from the warehouse. It was first recovered by my son, Shmebulok, who became quite the archaeologist. I believe it to be some sort of puppet or robot made by an ancient people. This is the Gizoid. Oh, I just realized... Okay, so this is another cool bit of detail that's being expanded upon. A lot of the major discoveries that have been attributed to Gerald in past Sonic games, they're clarifying that his sons have helped him in uncovering this stuff. And so it makes sense that, you know, the Gizoid being an ancient construct, his archaeologist son would be the one to help him uncover details about it. Man, Sonic lore is so cool.
It's so cool!
This is such a cool, like, way to expand on all this. Because there's so much of this stuff was just sitting here and no one was doing anything with it.
It was just thrown into Sonic Battle and then nobody played it.
This is one of the best Sonic games ever made. First, I didn't think anything of it. When I was experimenting on the blah, it began to move. This suggests the possibility that even the ancient civilizations could harness the power of the blah, 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 blah. When I was researching various papers related to the blah, 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 and this robot, I discovered that there was a possibility that this robot was something incredible. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this robot may be the cause of the destruction of the fourth great civilization. Not sure I believe it just yet, though. So I remember this concept of, like, the different, like, numbered, like, great civilizations. I remember hearing a bit about this through Ian Flynn on Bumblecast back when he was
allowed to
well,
talk about
back when he
Sonic.
allowed himself to talk about Sonic, because
Yeah.
that was the main thing, is he chose not to do that anymore. But
Yeah, but in essence, that little, I believe the redacted is the Chaos Emerald.
yeah,
And so, playing with the Chaos Emerald, hey, good old our good buddy Emerald starts reacting to it, which we know because we played Sonic Battle. That's how it works.
right. And so it mentioning that the Gizoids were like the cause of destroying the fourth great civilization, and just like everything that's entailed with the Gizoids and Sonic Battle. I'm no longer able to ignore the possibility that this robot did in fact destroy... Okay, so maybe not. I've discovered a stone tablet that explains as much. According to the tablet, when the figure falls from the heavens and the stone of gods is joined, all that exists will become one again. That is difficult to believe. Oh, that just made me think of something from Elden Ring lore. We're not going to get into that. Though it is difficult to believe. This robot has been watching my movements and mimicking all that I do. I was amazed at my scans of this being. Surprisingly, reams and reams of data scrolled and caused my most powerful computer to crash. More intriguing was that the data was all about melee combat and weapons of that age. Eventually, if this being is ever restored to its former state, it will put all that data to use and recreate all the weaponry and combat abilities that it once had, and that's not all if my guesses are correct. It will also have the ability to absorb modern weaponry as well. What have I done? I've uncovered a horrible weapon. Okay, I know that sounds bad, but 50 years in the future, there's going to be a young fox boy who is a great mechanic who's going to build these really awesome tasers. And the Gizoid will be able to copy those.
And it will help us beat that game.
Yeah. Until it doesn't. Spoilers for Sonic Battle.
Listen, we're gonna spoil a lot of Sonic games.
Yeah, if you're unfamiliar with like all of the really like story heavy Sonic games, there's kind of no hope for you. We'll talk about this stuff pretty freely.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a trying time, to say the least. Maria was diagnosed with neuroimmunodeficiency syndrome. There is no cure. Yet I pulled some strings, had her brought aboard the Ark for treatment and assessment. The low-gravity environment should help keep her symptoms manageable. Her family has been less enthusiastic with my decision. Despite everything, she remains the most positive person in the room. Most of the staff here left their families back on Earth, so I worried she'd feel lonely. Instead, she's become the adoptive daughter of every researcher on the Ark. Moreover, she's become like a big sister to little Abe, I'm guessing. Abraham?
Abraham.
Because it's written out like that. The Ark's happy little accident over the past few years.
I love the mental image of Abraham Tower reading this and reading that.
Am I supposed to infer from this that Abe was born on the Ark?
He was born on the Ark.
That is... Man, like, people say the Mile High Club. But on a space station. I don't know, I mean, people gotta live there.
And just to make this boy even that more special, he's got heterochromia.
Yeah, he is the main character. The president keeps prompting me with his request to unlock the mysteries of life. Perhaps with his funding and clout, I can find a means to cure Maria while chasing that shadow. I know you're thinking it too, but with specifically evoking the phrase "unlock the mysteries of life" coming from Eggman's.
I am the
Eggman.
Eggman.
That was a good one, Ian Flynn. That was subtle. The sentence actually worked. It wasn't just a blatant reference.
Yeah, I do want to point out. Sorry, if you can. Well,
let's see.
Whoops.
Yeah. So we got
in the dialogue. Well, we can look at the art first. There's our boy.
And yeah, there's those two. There's no color on the photos, but you can tell that the eyes are different colors if you look at
one eye
the
is
way they're
darker
shaded.
than the other.
Yeah. Like I said, I will absolutely not figure out how to navigate these menus.
Yeah.
I refuse to learn.
I'm sorry, just entry 428. I like just this bit right here where he's talking about Maria's condition. It's just there's no cure yet. Once again, asserting that Gerald Robotnik is like, I can figure this out.
Like,
I'm a genius.
I am smart enough to fix all these things, and you know, I am the science guy.
I am the Eggman.
Except he's not the Eggman. He's the Robotnik Man.
he's the predecessor to the Eggman.
He's like, I'm the Robotnik Man. That doesn't flow very well. I'll revise that later. Has dropped all pretense and is demanding weapons research in exchange for continued funding. I promised the president I'd begin work on Project Shadow, but even he can't get them back down. It appears I have a gun to my head on the matter. Oh. I love that you can actually see bits of Eggman in his character.
I know. You can literally see how Eggman got a hold of this, read through this, and fell in love with his grandfather and wanted to be just like him.
And I'm sure outside of this one diary, he had plenty of family writings that that were passed down to Ivo. Years ago, I discovered records of an ancient god of destruction called Chaos, said to command the fury and force of the ocean, or something to that effect. I began developing a basic AI-driven apparatus that can generate cohesion in water and produce controlled shapes for basic actions. One day this will piss off every Sonic fan.
Yes, it will. The worst thing he's ever created.
I think it's got the least amount of positives out of any of his creations.
Well, and then again, he's being pressured to create weapons.
I love that this is the thing too, that like the timeline lines up so that around the time that he is being pressured to find, like, to create weapons, is around the time that he finds Chaos, who we historically know destroyed a race of people who were, you know, greedy and overambitious. And so it's like he happens, like, imagine the toll that must take on Gerald to be finding this kind of stuff while having a benefactor breathing down his neck saying, hey, make me all powerful.
Yep.
That is, this is some good story parallels. Told the top brass, these can turn any body of water into an autonomous weapon. Deep down, I'm hoping it can be used as easily deployed search and rescue units. Imagine a flood turned back on itself to aid those in the rubble. So he's... I love the, like, this also recontextualizing, like, every dangerous thing that he has created. Yep. There are two sides to it, where he's like, I'm being forced to make weapons, but I am trying to design them as something that could do more help
have
than
a
harm.
peaceful application.
Yeah. He is not building a single weapon that doesn't have an alternate application that can be used for good. Research into Project Shadow is in full swing. First step has been learning how to siphon Chaos Emerald energy. And apply it to living tissue. To that end, I've developed the Chaos Drives. Here we go. This is something we've known about forever, but it's good to see it here in the story. Direct application seems too harsh. Any organism that could directly interface with an emerald would be fearsome indeed.
Sonic the Hedgehog!
They also make incredible nutrients for Chow.
Yeah, well, no, because he's saying that, like, if you can interact directly with a Chaos Emerald, like,
Yeah.
you have to be, like, insanely powerful.
Right. Which, as we know, the Chow descendants of Chaos, descendant of the Ancients, very powerful creatures, and then also just friggin' cartoony colored animals can also do that. The initial tests were promising, so we're now moving on to the next stage in trials. I will be using salamanders for their regenerative abilities and manageable size. The manageable size part is funny.
I know!
This is a case of me being very not subtle with the foreshadowing, but that's funny. We will begin applying chaos drives to the test subject, see how its vitals respond. And to keep blah 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 from breathing down my neck, to keep Waluigi Scapelli from breathing down my neck, I'm supplying them with chaos drives as batteries for their mechanized division. I love powering engines of war, but sacrifices have to be made if I'm to save Maria. I'll figure something out in the long run. I'm a genius after all. This is good too, because this is always something that was implied. Maybe it was like instruction manual material, but the thing about SA2 is that when you destroy any of Gun's robots, they drop chaos drives. And when you destroy any of Eggman's robots, they drop animals. Because the badniks are animal powered, but them talking about using the chaos drives as batteries, that's just good confirmation of why that's the case. And it makes sense. Gerald had this like energy source that could be like mass produced. And so they just slap these things into robots.
Yep. And there he is,
So
creating the most evil...
the most heinous enemies. I never actually, like, really noticed how much the head is shaped like Chaos's head. But now that I think about it, it's like, oh yeah, that was what they were going for. Maybe I'll have to look back on SA2, how they looked in that game, but you got a little lizard.
It's so cute.
That's adorable. Literally me. Cool stuff. Okay, so we're on 7 out of 15. We're like kind of at the halfway point. Project Shadow has reached an impasse. The subject exhibits accelerated cellular growth to the point it cannot support its own biological systems. I've developed an external life support system to compensate, but it will need to be upgraded and redesigned as the subject continues to grow. The way it thrashes and roars, it is uncontrollable. We have basically turned a gecko into a crocodile.
It may or may not resemble a sock puppet.
Its roar sounds remarkably similar to a wild cat.
Science.
Furthermore, it is generating unexplained energetic reactions. Is this an expression of the power? Can a living
I
thing...
think that's Chaos Emerald's power.
Yeah, probably. It's sometimes they censor Chaos and not Emerald, and then sometimes they censor all of it. But can a living thing produce such energy? Can it be controlled? There are too many questions, and unfortunately, the answers lie in this bio-lizard's life. I will keep it alive and as comfortable as I can until I have the answers I need. Found a region of the Ark that should be able to safely house it while we continue our experiments. Not sure what I will tell Blank. Oh, Maria. I do not want to lie to her, but I think the truth is too cruel. So I love the logic behind this, because like this is the thing that like people have always talked about. It's like how did Gerald go from making a giant lizard monster to like, oh, I'll try a hedgehog next, like but the thing I love is like when you put this whole thing into the context of Gerald is trying to create life forms that can cure illness. I think it makes a ton of sense to start with, you know, lizards that can regrow and regenerate and stuff. But then it's the fact that like because of, you know, the way that chaos energy interacted with them, they become too good at what they're doing, and then they're growing at such an exponential rate that it's causing their body to, you know, to grow to massive scale and everything. I'm like, I love that there's logic behind this.
I know. Fun fact, that first paragraph, I believe it's been altered slightly, but this is the dialogue that is written on the file that Rouge holds up and shows to Shadow.
Oh yeah. That's right. I knew there was something about that where they took some of that text from the game, but now it's...
Yeah, I believe it's been changed and altered to fit this narrative that they're writing. But it's pretty close to the original.
Yeah. It's supposed to like specifically get the same idea across, because that was something that they put into the game as a means of foreshadowing stuff, but then there was just nowhere to actually read it in game, so it didn't actually like properly pay off, and kind of more was just like world building stuff.
There are a couple of these entries that are taken from like Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Battle, and they've been altered slightly just because like different translation or something like that.
Yeah, that was a big thing too, was that translation of the game was not perfect, which is so unfortunate because it was a Japanese game development team that was living in the US.
I know.
So like I feel like they could have done better, but
I know
it is what it is.
Sega has come a long way from then to where they are at now. Like,
it is true.
We are now playing this game, and it is incredible.
It's true, yeah. Let's see. Blank is growing into a lovely young woman. It breaks my heart that someone as bright and energetic as her is diminished by disease. Maria. There are no visible effects. I've caught my fellow researchers muttering to each other, doubting her illness. It is infuriating. I find all my reason and restraint vanishes when she's slighted. Yeah, it's like, how could you... how could you say that about her?
Also, a little hint at what is to come with him of, oh, you're talking bad about my granddaughter who I love and adore.
He did say...
Just, you know, a little foreshadowing is a literary device.
He did say at the start of this, like, to paraphrase, he's basically like, my life revolves around this girl now.
Everything he's been doing for her.
She remains an unending font of positivity on her worst days. When the fear and the pain take hold, she tells me she endures for the day when she can return home. She has total faith in me, and that Project Shadow will cure her. Family back on Earth has no such faith. It's been so long, some of the researchers actually think she was born here. Family either wants her better or wants her home. I can do neither. Somehow their scorn is harsher than the government or the military's increasing pressure for more weapons research. I'm a genius. I have to figure this out.
And we start to see, like now we're starting to see the deteriorate, like the pressure being applied to him.
Yeah, so I love this too, because this is showing a more clear pathway to, like, how he snaps by the end. Like, what is on his mind and what is causing him stress and what is influencing him down this dark path. As opposed to just, oh, he was always a good guy, and then they killed Maria and he went ballistic. It's like, no, there's...
It was a slow, gradual descent.
Mm-hmm. The artwork. There he is.
Our lovely little lizard. Not
This-
little anymore.
Every time he comes back in a game, they make me feel more for him, but also they, like, make you, like, do a boss fight where you just destroy him in the coolest and most violent way.
Yeah. Dude, look, he's got the red swelling, like, weak points, like, growing out of him. The detail in this is so good.
I would assume, my assumption of, like, the different swelling areas is, like, his body trying to, like, expand more.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, the production of more cells, but they're just kind of, like, inflating the body because they don't exactly have anywhere to go yet. And they need to create,
also
like,
possible
more
that
tissue.
the chaos energy,
Yeah.
the chaos energy gave him super acne and, like, went through, like, hyper puberty.
You're not allowed to be funnier than me. Stop that.
Hey, and then this is that picture from
the one from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yup. Oh, here we go.
About to get crazy. I just want to say, I do not think you could write a better sentence that encapsulates Gerald's character.
Yes!
Desperate times call for desperate measures, and I am a desperate man. The Black Comet returned to Earth on its 50-year orbit. I had no idea it actually harbored aliens.
Aliens.
Oh, I love how much of this is redacted.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool. Aboard it was, presumably, Black Doom. Somehow he knew about the Chaos Emeralds and seemed impressed with my work. He offered me a Faustian deal. I accepted. There is a part of me that's like, how much correspondence was there between the Ancients and the Black Arms?
Ooh.
Because I am almost positive that that would be the reason that the Black Arms know about the Chaos Emeralds.
Wait! Holy cow! I have not considered that, but that is incredible!
Ian Flynn, give me Sonic Frontiers 2 with playable Shadow and Big the Cat. And I will forever be yours. Not Sonic Team. Ian Flynn, you have to make the whole game yourself. No, that crossed my mind, because, like, people are like, oh, the Ancients are aliens and the Chaos Emeralds come from space and stuff, and I'm like, think about what that does to open up the lore. I need these answers. I need somebody else to think of this for me so I can be entertained by these cool video games.
Now you got me thinking about the fact that, like, well, did they learn about the Chaos Emeralds on the Ancients' homeworld before it was wiped out?
Because the comet travels, and it, like...
Yes! 50 years!
And it passes by, like, Earth... But who's to say it wouldn't pass by other planets in its little orbit?
Oh, dude.
People don't believe me when I say Sonic lore is fun.
Sonic lore is so much fun.
Alright, onward we go. Using his DNA, I was able to overcome every hurdle Project Shadow had put before me. Small, sturdy biped I developed can perfectly interact with Chaos Emerald's energy. Black Doom wanted me to craft a herald for his future invasion. Doom wants... this mysterious benefactor man wants Project Shadow to generate undying soldiers for them. I will play them both for fools. Oh, Gerald. You're playing with fire.
Yes, he is. I think whoever this benefactor is somehow involved in Gun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I wonder... I'll have to see, because I don't know yet if they're building towards this being, like, an actual character that's been established, or if it's just something new for the lore, but I'm like... If this could be, like, a potential future villain where there's good and evil factions of Gun.
We already know, because from the beginning, with the letter that T wrote to Commander Tower,
right?
You know, it talks about his predecessor covering all of this up. So I'm wondering if before Abraham Tower became the commander of Gun, this redacted name...
Oh, this guy was the previous...
commander.
Oh, that would make so much sense.
Right? Which is why his name is redacted. He's like, I don't want any part of this. It's something to think about.
That's a great theory. I love that this is leaving stuff open for them to touch on in later games.
It's such good writing.
That's how you gotta do it with these franchises that are just gonna keep going for 50 years.
Yep. And then, of course, I love just as like, I will play them both for fools.
Yeah. It's so like, will you though? I have to wonder if this also, like, this research that Gerald has done about, like, creating immortal soldiers or whatever, if this spurned Eggman to create shadow clones.
Oh my gosh, the freaking shadow androids!
I mean, like, yes, the low poly shadows from Shadow the Hedgehog, but also just Sonic Heroes, like...
Yeah! Well, I mean, those are the... I've always understood those to be the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's they're funny looking in Shadow, but... yeah, like all the Shadow clones and stuff. I wonder if that was Eggman building on this research of, like...
This idea...
Because with Project Shadow, this seems like the pitch. Like, he creates a Shadow the Hedgehog. And it's like, this is a soldier that we've created. But he was always meant to be mass-produced. And whatever plans that Gerald had for that sort of thing, Eggman somehow got his hands on that. But
it specifically says Black Doom wanted a herald for his future invasion.
Right.
Meaning, Shadow was always meant to lead the Black Arms. And then, you know, this previous Gun commander... wants Project Shadow to generate undying soldiers.
Yeah.
And for that to be mass-produced.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we know that this journal was recovered because Eggman preserved it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Onward we go.
Yes.
620. Okay, so we gotten very far into this thing. We're on 8 out of 15. When I launched Project Shadow, initially, I named it with scorn and mockery. I was trying to grab hold of an intangible goal. Later it sounded appropriately villainous as I was toying with the fundamentals of life itself. But then, Maria looked upon the unfinished specimen, put things into a whole new perspective. Shadow tells you which way to go to find the light. In an instant, she cut through all my pessimism and doubt, and filled me with hope. So this next blank one here, I'm assuming,
I believe is Shadow.
It makes sense, as she's come to call him, will not be some dark creature, but a champion of life and hope. I would not have seen that if not for Maria. She is truly a remarkable person who can do great and wondrous things for the world. I must save her, no matter the cost. So we've got...
Jeez, look at this shape!
Oh.
Who could it be?
About as subtle as the US government with those current files that have been redacted a bunch.
I'm taking a sip of my drink, you can't do that!
I love how poorly done that is, that's scribbled out. Like, it's, like, technically you can't, you know, you can't tell what it is, but it's like the shape of it.
I mean, if you didn't know who it was,
I guess,
you're like, oh, that's a weird scribble there.
You're like, maybe it's like part of the device that they're covering up or whatever. But yeah. And then Maria with Shadow and everything. That is one of my favorite bits of like new lore, that Maria is the one that chose the name Shadow.
Shadow's name.
But
yeah.
I also like this idea too, that it's not just like she came up with that because it's a little random, but it's like the idea that there was Project Shadow and she took that and put a positive spin on it. That's really nice.
It's so good.
There's a lot of text on this one.
Yep. There's a reason, because this is lifted from Sonic Battle.
Oh.
You remember, we have Gerald Journals entries in that game, too.
They're basically the Ansem journals, Sonic's version of that.
Basically.
But I was like, why is this like so wordy all of a sudden? It's like, oh, it's because it came from a game with storytelling that was more wordy. That's fun. Alright. Now understand why this being was named Gizoid. In the ancient tongue, it means everything. According to the stone tablet, if the Gizoid establishes a link with someone, the Gizoid will swear loyalty to that person. I wonder if that's based in any actual sort of linguistics, or if it's like, hey Superman, why do you have an S on your shirt? Oh, it's a symbol that means hope.
I hate that movie so much.
But I'm just wondering if that's the case here.
I know.
I don't think everything when I read the word Gizoid, so I'm like, is there some logic to this, or is that ham-fisted?
You'd have to ask Gerald's son.
They're making me do homework. I actually have to think, like, I'm trying to estimate how smart these writers are, and that's pretty good.
The iceberg is hollow.
And they're keeping the black arms inside. Anyway. If the Gizoid establishes a link with somebody, the Gizoid will swear loyalty to that person. And then their girlfriend shows up and tells them that they're the parents. Sonic Battle's a funny game.
It is a funny. I need to replay it.
I think gameplay-wise, it's a little rough around the edges, but I love the story to it. Perhaps it still lacks potato energy, but it has been saying the word "link" to me in broken tones. It went on to explain, "Show me your true strength, and I shall obey. I am all things, and all shall belong to me." So, as it suggested, I brought it before my collection of model guns and fired them all. Gerald.
A mistake was made.
I think I'm starting to see why Shadow turned out the way he did. He has more knowledge of firearms than previously expected. Then suddenly it said, "I shall follow your every command and never leave your side." Since then, it refuses to listen to anyone but me. While it still is a fearsome weapon of destruction, while it remains under my control, at least it won't be used for evil. However, if someone with evil intentions ever forms a link with the Gizoid, I don't even want to think about what will happen. I must research how one can re-establish a link with the Gizoid. How can we get all of Sonic's friends to get buddy-buddy with this robot? The upper echelon is going crazy. Perhaps they aim to freeze Project Shadow. Soon the ultimate life form, Shadow, will be completed. I like how they don't censor Project Shadow, but then him being named Shadow gets censored. Yep. The application to my granddaughter is also imminent. I cannot just let them stop my study at this point, because I am the only one who can save my granddaughter's life. Yep, get more manic about it.
Mm-hmm.
Higher-ups are threatening to shut down this research facility. I had no choice but to hand them the Gizoid to buy more time for my research. I tried to be careful, commanded it to never absorb any dangerous technologies. However, I have heard that other researchers have been making the Gizoid absorb weapons. Apparently, the way to cause the Gizoid to form a new link is to show it power that surpasses that of its former master. While this possesses immense danger, I cannot risk losing Maria. Okay. Top brass still aren't satisfied. The Gizoid isn't big enough or flashy enough for them. Oh, just wait. Fine. I've developed a weapon I'm calling the Potato Launcher.
The servers of the 7 potatoes. No. Yeah. I believe this is the Eclipse Cannon.
Okay. So he is essentially trying to like grandstand. Oh, and that would explain why the Eclipse Cannon would exist, because he's got this weapon that he can grandstand with and be like, I can blow up planets. Nobody's stronger than me. Okay. Taps directly into the Ark's central reactor to produce an unethical degree of firepower. They'll love it. However, to use it on any target on Earth would destroy the world. They'll never be able to fire it. Checkmate. Oh. Oh, Gerald. Oh, no. It's giving Atom Bomb. No.
And you can see how, like, this is not where we started.
Robotnikheimer.
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez. It will, however, be the perfect tool to deal with the Black Arms when they return. Eclipse means shadow. This is Eclipse's cannon, or Shadow's cannon. My gift to him in a battle he never asked for. This also has me thinking, this is dubious canon at this point because it's Archie, but Eclipse being the younger brother of Shadow in the Archie comics, created by the Black Arms. This feels like a minor connection to that as well, but...
Also, I'm so sorry. At the very end.
My gift to him in a battle he never asked for. I'm so sorry. Here's how you shoot a gun. Okay, Dad. Or just... Here's how you shoot a gun. Beep.
Skill copy.
Okay, this artwork is particularly cool because this is the same thing from Tails' diagram of the arc in SA2 when he's showing, like, here's like the weak point where we're gonna put the fake Chaos Emeralds. And,
It's
like,
also when you do the level select. I'm pretty sure this is.
Oh, on the map, yeah, where the arc is, they've drawn it out like this.
I think so. It's been a bit since I've looked at it.
It is too, but that sounds right to me, because they have, like, the maps of, like, the cities, and then, like, the pumpkin region, and then, like,
It for sure is the map that Tails brings up.
Yeah. Okay, on to the next one.
Yep.
Maria doesn't know the full scope of what Shadow has been designed for, but she understands he will be under tremendous strain. She's helped me conceptualize a number of accessories that will help focus his power and aid in his mobility. I'm also researching chaos control. Uncensored. Interesting. See if I can gain an understanding of it before Blank awakens Shadow. Yeah. The power to stop time and space is incredible. I don't want him to have to try to learn its intricacies on his own. Oh. Deep down, I know this progress is superficial, tangential at best. Largest issues remain. Mr. Scapelli, the president, the Black Arms, my family, the egg. I've gleaned there's a rift growing between my sons. My love for them shouldn't be a divisive issue. I'm running out of time. Oh, man.
There's so much pressure being piled on this one man.
Another theory.
Yes.
We know that Maria was extremely popular and very loved. And we know from the egg memos that Ivo was very neglected, and that sort of was like what created his complex. Do you think he could have been the one that started creating this rift between his dad and his uncle because of this?
I wonder.
Is
everyone talking about Maria, and he's like, I'm right here, and she's in space.
Yeah, there's no evidence to suggest this, but there is a part of me that's like, what if, while Gerald's up here with Maria, Ivo was the one that created this big divide in his family in the name of trying to get attention, but...
There's actually... No. Here's the thing. We haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay, there will be more about them.
There will be more, and I'm thinking about the timeline, and I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But that is an interesting idea, and just something to put on the back burner for now. I think also just the fact that Gerald is keeping Maria up there is causing problems with his sons. And of course there's a rift growing between them.
Yeah.
There were problems there to begin with.
Right. So this... Okay,
hey,
this is the little time stopper mechanics.
Which again is Gerald playing with the idea of chaos control.
Uh-huh. It's taking something that was just, you know, a game mechanic and then retconning it into, like, well, he was studying chaos control, which is, you know, like, the power to mess with space-time, so, like, why wouldn't he have devices that were designed in that field?
Built to do that! And then I love the next page.
Yep. And then we've got... This was one that I unfortunately had spoiled for me, because, like, it's the cutest thing in the world, so I don't blame anybody for, like, not being able to shut up about this. But, like, the fact that
so
Maria, who, as... you haven't seen it, this is, like, the tiniest of mild spoilers, but, like, one of the bits of context they add to Maria in the third Sonic movie is that she loved roller skating. That's just, like, an aspect of her character. And so the inference that she's like, oh, what if Shadow could, like, roller skate, but with, like, rocket shoes?
But you also notice she also came up with Shadow's inhibitor rings.
The inhibitor rings as a means of helping him control his immense power and stuff. And though they're actually, like, gold bracelet rings in later games, I still submit the fact that in the original SA2, the way they drew Shadow, they were more like slap bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that Maria came up with that. They're like, Gerald's like, oh, we need to devise a way to let Shadow be able to, like, channel his energy effectively and not, like, destroy himself with his overwhelming power. And Maria's like, give him slap bracelets! I was like, okay, you're the boss.
They look cool. Give him rocket boots.
Give him rocket shoes and slap bracelets that give him magic powers. And he's like,
can't fit that much jet engine fuel into his feet. All right, then use air. Then Gerald's like, I can work with this.
Gerald just, like, sitting there, like, nodding with his, like, hand on his chin, like,
It's like, wait a minute.
It's... Maria's too perfect. It has been a whirlwind of events as of late. Project Shadow is complete, and Shadow has awakened. I've pre-programmed a great deal of data into his mind, but his ability to parse it out and apply it to his situation is remarkable. All of his vitals are strong, there seems to be no signs of instability or mutation. He stands in stark contrast to the monster we have sealed below decks. I'm assuming at this point this is the opening scene of Shadow Generations that they show, where it's the flashback to Gerald waking Shadow up for the first time, and Maria being there and being excited to see him. I would assume that's what they're talking about here, is like his first awakening, but yeah. But all successes of the physical and mental prowess comes second to his relationship to Maria. I'd hoped they'd get along, but it's far better than that. She is his guide to the world, and he is her stalwart companion. Never have I seen such instant mutual friendship and trust between two beings. I am truly moved. They remind me of why I've been working so hard. They bring me hope. Back on Earth, my son and Ivo's parents.
I believe it's Maria.
Or Maria's parents, alright. Oh, so his... Okay, he just says my son and blank's parents. Okay. have been blessed with another little girl. They've already run tests, and she has none of the genetic markers linked to Maria's condition. While this was welcome news, the unspoken commentary was received loud and clear. I must save Maria. I must get my family back. Shadow, you are the key to it all. Okay, so this is... I remember hearing about this too, that there's another woman in the Ivo family that hasn't, like...
Yeah.
been touched upon much in the games, but...
I believe that I know it's redacted, but
yeah.
on Earth, my son and Maria's parents.
Yeah.
Like, I believe it's her. So, Maria has a sister.
Right. Maria has a sister.
And I will talk about that when we get to the end of this.
Yeah, I'll wait and see what else, because there's something else that I believe is, like... not really in the speculatory stages. It's actually, like, pretty fleshed out, but I need the rest of the information before I comment on anything directly. Also. So there's that. Yeah, that's the opening scene of Shadow being awakened for the first time. Mm-hmm. This, which is just based on that artwork of Shadow and Maria, and it's the cutest darn thing on the frickin' planet. I also love that...
the cat is in space in the constellation.
Oh yeah.
But sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, I love that Gerald has his like Nathan Drake Uncharted journal where he does a bunch of these immaculate sketches.
Yep.
Along with.
He's a genius. You think he couldn't figure out art?
He invented art school.
And I love this drawing.
It's too cute.
It's so good.
I've heard people criticize Maria's character in saying that like she's not very flawed and she's like a little too perfect and like is basically just Shadow's little cheerleader. But I would like to counter that with the fact that like that's literally just what I was when I was a kid. Like, I thought Shadow was the coolest thing ever. I was just super excited to
Here's the thing,
to
too.
see
This
him.
is one of the reasons why I loved this game, is because, like, we only ever hear about Maria from other people.
Yeah.
You know, from Gerald Robotnik, who clearly, like, adores her, and Shadow, who, like, once again, adores her.
Mm-hmm.
And Commander Tower, who, again, she was like a big sister to. And so when we finally got to Shadow Generations, we got to see her.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, what's one of the first things she does? She squares up with Black Doom and is like, tries to fight him.
I wouldn't say she tries to fight him, but
no,
like...
but, like, she like, you know, she mouths off to him a little bit. And I'm like, oh, she is still just... you know, a young teen.
The other thing that I want to add about Maria and why I love her in Shadow Generations is that they show that she is extremely good at grounding Shadow when his thoughts are racing. And it kind of I like that she represents, you know, his light side, and then Gerald is kind of more like his dark side.
Yeah. And again, the thing too about Maria, again, is that, like, the unreliable narrator of who have we heard about her from, and it's this, like, embellished memory of her, rather than, like, who she actually was. Because, like, we also hear that, like, you know, she is sick, but she's putting on a brave face and she's acting tough.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, people's critiques of Maria that I was talking about were, like, in the cutscenes in Shadow Generations, and I just kind of disagree.
Yeah,
I think she's great.
I think she was fantastic in this.
There's... Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he's not sure anymore. My worst fears have come true. The Gizoid has absorbed enough weaponry and technology that has started to go out of control. The resulting rampage led to the destruction of most of the Ark. I've deciphered the rest of the stone tablet. It says, when the Gizoid had learned all that it could, it became a god of wrath, and all was destroyed.
This is taken from Sonic Battle.
Mm-hmm. I love this too. This is, I mean, this isn't the writing here in the journal. This is stuff that's taken from Battle. But I love this as a use of foreshadowing of... I mean, not really foreshadowing, but like the plot of Battle, in that this is what happens in the legends, in the ancient texts, but it's also just what happens in the game when you reach that point in the game where Emerald becomes too powerful, how he goes berserk and then Sonic's gotta stop him.
Yep.
Like, it's like poetry, it rhymes. Oh man. Resulting rampage led to the destruction of the Ark. I have deciphered the rest of the stone tablet. It says, when the Gizoid had learned all that it could, it became a god of wrath and was destroyed. Researchers somehow managed to subdue the Gizoid and sealed it away. Luckily, it only had one Chaos Emerald installed. If it were to have all 7 installed, it might destroy the whole planet. The Gizoid is too much of a liability. I tried destroying its core, but nothing I did worked. I understand too little of the technology that built him. My best hope is to try to reprogram its AI into a free-willed, emotions-based AI.
Fast forward 50-something years.
For more details, please play Sonic Battle.
Exactly. Also watch the Shadow Dark Beginnings.
Oh yeah, Shadow Generations Dark Beginning, where it's got the animated scenes of Shadow and Emerald fighting.
Oh, it's so good.
Entry number... I've lost track of the days. Not very scientific of me. I'm strained. Something has to give. Gizoid's rampage caused the artificial chaos to behave erratically. I attempted to regain network control by inverting the polarity of the text mirrors. Illegible. Oh. So instead they became violent. I would assume Shadow raced across the Ark, pacifying them quite expertly, but the damage is done. And
the worst level in Shadow the Hedgehog.
There it is.
Still 50 of these stupid things. Or was it 60? I don't remember. It was an obscene number.
Yeah, it's... I remember... I mean, I think it was like 35 or something, but it's just such a long level. It takes you 30 minutes to
It
beat
was a
that level.
long level, and they were hard to find, and every place looked the same.
Yeah. It's... I posit that is not only like the worst level in Shadow the Hedgehog, but I think one of the worst Sonic levels, like, ever. It's just catastrophically bad.
Yeah. But it is important to the story and the lore, because that is a flashback. It is.
So that is something in Sonic canon that's happened.
Not written in the journal is how Maria helped by slapping a chaos, an artificial chaos, and doing nothing.
I mean, that's the other thing, too. It's kind of dubious, like, how much of Shadow the Hedgehog actually happens, because there's no, like... What people deem the canon path is only, like, in as much as it doesn't interfere with the canon of the story. Anyway.
Yeah.
That level.
But that level is... that is what this is referencing.
But now it's just lore. It's just Shadow lore.
Yup.
And it can't hurt us here. An SOS was sent to... Dread.
Redacted.
Yeah. I think that might be the benefactor.
Yes, I think you're right.
Dread the litigious reprimanding I'll have to endure next. Yes. Lose you lose,
boy.
Gerald. That's
the
upsetting.
Artificial chaos doing what it does. very blurry explosion. Yeah, the smeared.
The smear thing was really nicely done. Heritage of the past I dug out. Gizoid. The ultimate life form I created by my own hand. I equipped both weapons.
Oh, Shadow.
Shadow, yeah. I equipped both weapons with a heart. If all powers are not what is to be obtained for oneself, but what is to be born from hearts that yearn for someone, I believe all conflicts should cease to exist. Please, if there's anyone listening to my prayers, bring hope to humanity.
I believe this is taken directly from Sonic Battle.
Yeah, I was reading this. I'm like, this sounds like Sonic Battle writing. I don't quite know what happened or what went wrong. Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? I thought it would be something that would benefit mankind, but then the military guards landed on the colony that day. They were sent to destroy the research project that I had been working on. My colleagues at the research facility, my granddaughter Maria, I hope you are all safe. The colony was completely shut down, probably to keep the prototype from falling into the wrong hands. The Ark was shut down under the premise that there had been an accident that...
Word for word!
That is a Sonic Adventure 2 line of dialogue. Man, this, I gotta say, like, the coolest part about this is not just, like, that it's referencing stuff that Gerald said in past games, but the fact that they are able to take these broken bits of dialogue across multiple games and weave them in a way that makes it plausible with this character arc they're setting up of his slow descent into madness. Like how they're setting stuff up specifically for this writing, but they are using this stuff in the context where it best fits, and making it seem just like it perfectly flows, like it's a single character. I'm like, that...
This is what I mean by, like, I fell in love with Gerald Robotnik over this. And, like, look at all these equations! There's
him. All this other stuff. There's, like, scrap paper that he's using for his journal.
Because you notice at this point, obviously he would go back because he'd need the space. These are his calculations.
Then, yeah, just, like, all the ink blots and the stains and...
He's doing some trigonometry. He's writing in binary.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, that's binary code. I wonder what that says. And there's some here as well. I'll have to look up the Easter eggs. Because as I said, they're making me do homework. Can never just have a good time. Hi everyone, post-recording PCM here. I looked around a bunch on the internet and could not seem to specifically find anybody that had translated this binary code to see if it meant anything or if there's any Easter eggs or whatever. So I took it upon myself to try this. I'm not very good at this stuff, and also... everything here is, like, run together and very smudged. At first I just tried directly typing in the zeros and ones to see if it would produce anything, and it kind of didn't. And also, like, those areas with the smears, it's hard to tell, like, you know, if there's anything lost in the gaps, like, you can kind of see some zeros in there. So with all of that, I just did the best I could to write it out, and it wasn't putting anything back. And so, helpful advice if you're trying to decipher a code, make friends with people that are smarter than you, because I hit up my buddy Snowfy. So what I was trying to do was just break all the numbers into groups of 8, like binary code is, but like starting from the beginning. and it wasn't yielding anything, whereas Snowfy told me start from, you know, the back and work your way in groups of 8 that way. And that actually did better. Here's the thing. So when we take this binary code and we convert it, we get a lot of symbols that don't make any sense. And part of the reason that's the case, we can't just take a bunch of 1s and 0s and put it into something and get a message out. We need character encoding. And so there's this long drop-down list of all these different, you know, encoding tools or whatever. I tried all of them, and most of them, just as you can see, were coming back with like different random gibberish symbols and only occasionally letters that mean anything. Whereas these here, you'll notice, the UTF-16 and whatever, all of these come back with this thing that at least has some Chinese characters on them. So, like, none of the other encoders, like, have anything, but these ones specifically bring back Chinese characters. So what I did is I went over to Google Translate and popped them in, and it translates to old man with a heavy heart. Now, I don't know for certain if this is an accurate translation because, you know, Google Translate gonna Google Translate. And there's some of these symbols here that don't, like, return correctly. So I don't know if there's more to the message and I got the code wrong. But to the best of my knowledge, this is as accurate as I can get it. And old man with a heavy heart, that's pretty accurate to what's happening here in Gerald's journal. So, that was a pretty impressive little find there, just a little secret message that they snuck in. Lore-wise, I don't know why Gerald would write this. If this even, you know, makes any sense that he just start writing, like, oh, I'm old and I'm sad in binary code, but I figured I'd just record that and add it into the video. Yep, here it is. This is the Sonic Adventure 2 stuff. This is like when he's finally reached his peak, like, madness.
Yep.
I found Maria's name among those who died when the Ark was shut down. She meant everything to me, and I couldn't bear the thought that she died because of my research. I lost everything. I had nothing more to live for. I went insane. All I could think about was to avenge her, somehow, some way. I got scared as I was no longer able to control my thoughts. All I could think about was that I wanted it all to end. I love that too, because I'm remembering the dialogue on that first paragraph.
Yep,
in his voice memo saying it, he was extremely distraught and very, like, frantic while he was saying this. And then with the final piece here,
paragraph
is he just shuts and goes completely, like, flat. And then just based on my original projections, I was able to complete my project, Shadow. I designed its mind to be perfect, pure. I will leave everything to him. If you wish, release and awaken it to the world. If you wish to fill the world with destruction. We'll get to that in a second, but first, the image.
Aww.
Them together as a family before things went so terribly wrong.
I know. But this is why, like, it's so feasible. Like, because again, you mentioned how, like, Sonic Adventure 2, oh, he was actually a good man, or whatever.
Or
it's
in
like,
Shadow the Hedgehog,
everything. Yeah. This recontextualizes it to, like, no, he was a very good man. And then just when put under all of this pressure and strain, and, you know, And then he had the briefest bit of hope with Shadow's creation, and then Maria was taken from him.
Right. Well, but also that's the other thing too. Like, it wasn't just the stress, but it was, like you pointed out at the beginning, it's the fact that he never doubted himself to be able to come up with a solution, to the point that he kept putting himself in these situations.
Yup.
Because he was like, oh, I'll just figure something out. I'll just fix this.
Figure something out.
I can
I'm
do
a
anything.
genius.
Like, yeah, I'm a genius. I can do this.
His own pride.
His own pride is what caused everything to be like a little bit of a sassy Sandra, in that I'm like, why is this written in his journal if it was something he recorded his voice saying?
Unless he was recording it as he was writing it.
No, that's possible. Or he had a scribe.
He also could have had a
But-
scribe. It's very possible.
I don't think they would be able to just sit there and listen to him say all this, though.
Well, actually, because
Or-
I'm thinking about his voice message that was playing
Yeah,
was also the gun soldiers before they executed him.
true.
Did you also hear them? Is there anything else you wish to say? So I wonder if he wrote this
Oh.
and then as his final message.
If he'd like memorized this, or just the words were just constantly repeating in his head, and so he made this his final message after he wrote it down.
It's possible.
That
it's also
is
possible. You know what though? It's also possible with just Eggman being the technological wizard that he is, that he just transcribed it into an audio AI format, because Eggman would do something like that.
I mean, sure, but I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing too. Realistically, it's probably just a plot hole.
Right. Probably. But I mean, I don't know.
Probably just a plot hole. But the point was for us to have a physical journal. Like, because I bought a physical copy of the game.
Right, so you've actually got
I
it.
actually have a little booklet that is this journal.
Uh-huh. I'm glad this was included in game as well for the people that wouldn't have access to it, but
Then of course.
I love that it was just an ordinary journal, and then the gun sticker had been slapped onto it. And then Eggman slapped his own sticker over top of gun. It's such a clever display of like his pettiness.
I
that he's
know.
like, this is mine.
Good. Okay, so I can now talk to you about stuff.
Right.
Now that you have read all of this. So, you remember T at the beginning of this journal.
Right.
So, for a long while, this was all we had to go off of. And then, I believe Sonic Movie 3 came out, and there was an Easter egg of a character. So, actually, backing up, we had a character design revealed in a Tails tube.
Yes, this is what I was going to talk about, the person from the Tails tube.
Yes. Victoria, or
Tori.
Tori.
Which is
And you notice
T.
that
Yeah.
she is an archaeologist.
Yep.
And one of Eggman's two sons, right here in the beginning, we know one went into science, and the other
robotics.
went into robotics, while the other went into archaeology. I believe Maria was born to the son who went into archaeology.
Yep.
Maria was taken up into space, and they had another daughter.
Uh-huh.
Who I believe is Tori.
Yeah. and this is not like a subtle degree of just like set dressing that they put here as like a background detail. Like, they have been utilizing Tori.
Yes.
Since, because there's the Tails tube.
There's the Tails tube where, like, that was the first time we actually got to meet her. That that was the first time we actually got to meet her and learn about her. Before, it was just like this picture, and again, this T. And then we knew that, hey, Maria has a sister, is like what got confirmed in here. I believe that Tori is Maria's sister.
That's what I'm thinking too. And the even more substantiated evidence for this is the fact, again, they brought her back in the Chaotix case files.
Yup. And you notice that she has ties to Gun.
And
which, again, we know that T gave this to Abraham Tower.
And, you know, I would assume it's because of the family connection to the incident that these two are.
Well, you gotta also consider this too, that Abraham Tower, you know, saw Maria as a big sister.
Yep.
He grew up with her, and I'm sure that he and Tori have bonded over this.
Oh, surely. And also just the fact that she is from a family line that is very invested in archaeology. Uncovering a lot of these details about this incident and everything would be important to her. So, yeah, that was another aspect of this that I was like, I didn't have all of the pieces because I hadn't read through this, but like it was a little too hard to completely avoid this information.
No, and that was the thing too, because like every time you'd bring stuff up, I'd be like, I can't tell you this because I don't know if you know that Maria has a sister.
Right.
But it's so good. It's so good. Like them making this is incredible.
Oh, I just realized something. This is silly of me to have forgotten this, but you were mentioning how you've got the physical copy of the journal, right? That came with the collector's edition. These are probably just actual scans of the physical book. Yes. That is the object, the merchandise.
No, yeah, okay. That's what this is.
I was gonna say, because I was like, wow, they like scanned the paper and then put it on like a model of a 3D book. It's an actual book.
Yeah, well, mine is like an instruction booklet that like the old games used to come with. Like, it's not like crazy high quality.
Yeah,
but
it's
what's
not
in here. It's incredible.
Oh, this like
the game is so good.
That's the thing. Like, Sonic Frontiers was like the step into the direction that I was like, yeah, I want to see Sonic go this way. But like, this being the follow-up to Frontiers was like the confirmation that I was like, yes, this is what I want more of in Sonic. And I'm
gonna be real with you, man. If Sega can land this next game that they put out, like, I think they're on the right track to just greatness.
Yeah, and that's what has me worried, because
I know
the number one thing Sonic Team has struggled with is consistently putting out good titles. Yeah. There are tons of bangers throughout the Sonic series, but they kind of like come and go, and then there's weird games in between. So I'm just like, we've had two extremely solid games in a row. Keep
3 if you count
Dream Team.
Racing Cross Worlds.
Oh, and Racing Cross
Oh
Worlds.
yeah, and Dream Team. I forgot about that too.
It would be nice if non-Apple users could play it, but
please give us Dream Team and like a better way to play it.
They will. Some preservationists will get hired by Sonic Team and then do something about it.
That or Sonic fans will just recreate it
10 years.
From the ground up.
Or yeah, someone will recreate it in Unity.
Somehow. Sonic fans are insane.
But yeah, I just want them to keep this momentum, because it's like, all right, if we're finally going to start taking Sonic lore seriously, like, do something with it.
I know. And they've been putting pieces into into play here, and it's, gosh, I freaking love this game.
Mm-hmm.